You good? We'll get to my other screen so we can look at each other. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, live on The Mission, right here at www.arizonamixtapes.com, Facebook Live, circulating to YouTube and Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard in the next couple of days. It's this week's episode of The Mission, live from the beautiful Phoenix, north of Phoenix area. We are here tonight with one of my favorite artists from the very beginning out here in AZ, Bruce Mesa Made, the Menudo Kingpin.
Yeah.
How you doing tonight,
What's
sir?
We're good, man.
All right.
God is good.
To everybody watching in the live and following Bruce closely, as we all do that are fans of his, we will not be discussing some of the current events that have been happening. We will be talking more about the music and everything that's been going on since the last time we spoke. You were one of my early guests at my previous employer where we did The Mission at. Yeah. And I reached out to you early because from day one I really liked your music. And so we can kind of move on. We've had a talk before. Let's talk about what's been going on since then. Since I spoke to you, I believe you have new management. Is that correct?
Oh man, yeah, but okay, so
start at the beginning, wherever you want to start.
Let's go. What year we leave off?
I think it was about a year and a half ago when we talked.
So what, like? So
you were running around shooting a lot of videos.
2020, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say 2019, but no, 2020.
I think so.
Yeah. No, different management. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work out.
Sure, it happens.
Yeah.
Did you break up? Was it a polite breakup, if you will, from your previous management? Was it an easy breakup?
No,
it was not easy.
Not for him.
Okay.
Yeah, not for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wanted to continue working in the Bruce business.
Nah, he just, you know what I mean? He's not honest.
Right.
That's about it. He's just not honest.
So y'all had a falling out. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. So that says enough about that. It seemed like you took a break or you were kind of away for things for a while. And that may be just social media, but that's the only way I really connect with you. Is that the case? Did you kind of take a break for a while? Or?
I had caught a case. It's all dismissed now, so it's cool.
Okay.
But I had caught a case, so I just it's too wild. You know, I had other things going on, so I was just like, I got to go.
First things first.
Yeah, first things first. Well, I don't know, because I'm not, you know.
Being free is the first thing, right? First things first. Let's stay free.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? I get bored.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Just
okay.
Stay off, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but then I ended up, opening up the studio. We just opened Studio 8.
I've seen you advertising that. Yeah.
Maybe like a year ago.
Okay.
Like a year ago we opened up.
Okay.
And we built that from ground up. So it just took most of 2020 into 2021. A lot of work.
A lot of money.
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of. Okay. It was a learning experience for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was a learning experience. I'm still learning it.
Sure.
But it's good. I'm happy.
Are you? You sound as though you're definitely one of the owners, if not the owner. Do you work in the studio as well?
Yeah, engineer too.
Okay, engineer too.
Yeah.
That's a very intricate process, engineering. I have a lot of respect for engineers.
Yeah, definitely. I've been doing it for since 2008.
Okay. All right. Well, you're well established.
Nah, I didn't even go to school for it.
Right.
Just YouTube, bro. Hey, man, for real, YouTube.
Luckily, you can learn that way if you put in the work, right?
Well, about the program. One of my homies actually gave me a laptop, and he was like, "Hey, bro, oh, here we go."
Yeah.
Crowd.
You can hold it if you want. You can place it where you want. Whatever you feel like you need to do.
So anyway, he just gave me a laptop. He's like, "Here you go." Had Pro Tools already, so I was like, "Cool." Oh no, GarageBand. It was GarageBand. Mm-hmm. Then I started doing Pro Tools, and I just learned it ins and out. And I definitely put in my 10,000 hours.
Right. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Engineering is a thing where. It's quite obvious to me when you work with people how they are as an engineer. So, where is the studio located at? Is it in Mesa? In Mesa as well?
1241 East Broadway Road.
Okay,
Mesa, Arizona.
I'm familiar with that area. I live in the
Stapley
far
and
east.
Broadway.
Yeah. Good. You're very Mesa. Always been very proud to be from Mesa. You represent Mesa, where a lot of rappers, I think, focus on being from Phoenix.
A lot.
And Phoenix is a lot of our area, and a lot of people that live in Mesa could claim Phoenix, but LRTK,
shout out to my boy.
Some other guys that really rep Mesa hard. What is it like living and being from Mesa in this community where most people are focused on being from Phoenix?
I mean, it's no different from Phoenix. Like, if you want to talk about just like outside of music, it's no different. Everything's the same.
Yeah.
You know, there's the same things going on. You know, on Dobson and Maine.
Right.
That's happening in 27th Ave and what's Indian School. Like, it's no different, but on an artist standpoint, had a lot to prove.
Yeah. Do guys that are in when I interviewed just fucked up. I can't remember. The weeds got me. But when I interviewed artists from Mesa, it seems like artists from Mesa have a little bit more the need to prove themselves. Is that correct? You think? Do you think that maybe like
sure.
Guys from Mesa have a little chip on their shoulder because when people talk about hip hop in Phoenix, a lot of it revolves around Glendale, Maryville, and then there's a lot of the Glendale versus the West versus the South side of town. So I feel like sometimes Mesa can be that hip hop community that gets kind of left out of the conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but I live there, and so that makes me a little biased. I'm proud when people like yourself rep it, because it is, and I think it is. Phoenix is big enough to be distinctive. Mesa is a little different than Phoenix, and it's definitely different than Chandler or Gilbert or Guadalupe or different areas, But it is all Arizona. It is all Phoenix to a certain extent.
For sure. I mean, you go out of state or anywhere, like, they don't know Mesa. They know it's Phoenix.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But see, I don't got a problem with that.
Right.
Like, I just embrace Arizona as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got homies on the west side, on the south side, on the east side, and Tempe, you know what I'm saying? Tucson, you name it. I ain't with that, It's just at first.
Right.
It was like, shit, well, y'all don't want to pay attention to me because I'm from Mesa. Well, let me show you. Like,
what I was raised. I saw you had a post about if you didn't have a. I assume it was like a fight thing. If you didn't have fights between blacks and Mexicans at your middle school, you didn't go to a middle school. Is that and just for the record, I'm from the East Coast where we really unfortunately didn't have Mexicans or Mexican culture until like the mid 90s. So when I was in middle school and high school, it was blacks and whites, a couple of Puerto Ricans, a couple of Filipinos and Asians, and that was about it. We didn't have we didn't have Colombians, we didn't have Brazilians, we didn't have Mexicans, we didn't have natives. So I'm ignorant, admittedly. Give me. I'm old enough now. I don't mind admitting when I'm ignorant to a situation because I like to learn. So what do you think? This is a big question, so you can take your time answering it. But what are some of the things that I missed out on or that I wouldn't understand? Being a white guy from the East Coast, from the perspective of a Mexican American growing up in Arizona, because I think the experience is probably a lot different than mine and probably very rich culturally. What do you think? What was your experience growing up in hip hop being a black thing, you being a Mexican fella? I
definitely got criticized by my own parents.
Sure.
And
and that's something that a white guy like myself might relate to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just because they're fresh from Mexico. They don't hear that.
Right.
But that growing up now, you know what I mean? My dad tells everybody my son's a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got to that point. That's a great place.
It took a while, but we broke them. It took a while, but we broke them.
Hip hop culture has become so huge where it's everywhere. It's undeniable. Where in my day it was quite deniable. By my parents and some of my even friends that loved hip hop didn't understand someone like me being so involved. So I think I understand where you're coming from. Did you have uncles that thought it might be weird you're doing hip hop?
Yeah, they just
hanging out with black. Did you?
My neighborhood.
Did you hang out with black guys to get into hip hop, or was it strictly?
No. Well, my neighborhood. Well, it was just strictly me getting into hip hop. Like when I first started, like I was oblivious to the rap scene. Like I thought I was the only one really doing it with a record. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I was under my own little rock.
Sure.
But I mean, in my neighborhood where we grew up, and it was half blacks and half Mexicans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. If you're familiar with the university and center.
No.
All right, Mesa Drive University area, right?
Okay.
I'm really proud of where I come from. So
okay,
but yeah, there's the Bloods, and then there's the Mexicans. So you know what I mean? Like, but we were always clicked somehow in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But they I guess, you know what I mean? It just helped me a little bit more, I guess, you know, just figure out.
How was it in relations to, women and dating when you're at a young age and when you're into hip hop? And was that an issue, or did the girls like it, or did
I didn't really like telling nobody.
Right, you kind of kept it to yourself.
I mean, even till now.
Okay.
Like, even now, like,
okay,
I don't like telling people I rap, but then they find out. You know what I'm saying? So
I understand that feeling. Does that make it harder to be an artist? Because some guys are out there. Hey, I rap to everybody in the street. Hey, you want to hear me rap? I rap. Here's it.
Well, when I started rapping, like I would get made fun of. You know what I mean? Just not because I was making music, but it was just because that's not what I was doing when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like I was doing different shit. So the homies were kind of like, it's gay, or you suck, or you're not cool, dog. Like, right, you know what I'm saying? So like. I don't really like telling nobody I rap, but I was really
I can
good
imagine
at it.
they were like, so let me get this straight. You write poems? Like, you write poems about your emotions, man? Like,
I'm not going to lie. As a Mexican, I got it a lot that, you know what I mean, that rap was the black thing.
Right.
I got it a lot from a lot of people.
Believe you me, I did as well.
You know what I mean? So, excuse me.
No, that's all right. Relax. Do you think, and that's the one thing that surprised me. I was raised in the South, in the beautiful American landscape. So we were taught a lot of improper things probably. But I think a lot of people would be surprised that a lot of white people would think that Mexican and black people automatically link up. Like, especially involved in hip hop culture. Now that I've been out here and experienced it, I don't feel it's that way. I feel like Mexican people can kind of go either way. They can they can be conservative, they can be hardworking family people, and so they can. It's gonna get weird when we start talking about race. So I don't want to get down that road. But all I'm saying is,
with the music,
black people and Mexican people don't automatically link up.
They don't. But it's crazy because I got embraced. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I started linking up with different people, like I think the first person that I linked up with when I started rapping was Chili Powder.
Okay.
Right? Because he was in the town.
Okay.
So I linked up with him, and he just introduced me to everybody else. So, but nobody ever looked at me like, oh, you're whack because you're Mexican, or you can't rap because now they were like, bro, you spit. You know what I mean? They embraced me,
Right.
I would get a lot that, you sound like a black person when you rap, and I'm just like, thank you.
Right. I've gotten that as well. People even have thought I was black, oddly enough, mixed or Puerto Rican or something. People always try to put things on me. But it is speak about that. It is a great thing to be embraced. Yeah. You're writing these lyrics at home. You yourself admitted that you kind of kept it to yourself. But when you did show it to people, they embraced you and enjoyed your craft and were very positive and supportive about it. Yeah. And that's a wonderful thing, right?
It is, man, because you don't get a hit or miss. You either miss or, you keep trying to hit.
And in some people's families, every little bit of entertainment a child does, everybody jumps up and claps. Oh, yeah. But in your background and my background, everybody might not have understood the entertainment we were doing, so they didn't jump up and clap, So it makes it a little weird sometimes, you know what I mean?
For sure. I think that's where that stems from. Yeah, for sure.
I see you travel a lot to California. Is it? Do you like the vibe of California as opposed to Arizona?
I do. I love it. It's just too much homeless.
Yeah, it's become a problem lately, right?
Yeah, no, it's just I'm not saying nothing bad about Cali. Like I love Cali.
Right. Like, they have. Everybody agrees they have a homeless problem.
Yeah, like I would go. Like I would buy a house out in Cali if it wasn't like, you know what I mean, too much. Yeah. But. Yeah, the homeless problem just really I don't know, throws me off. Mm-hmm. Just because it's like, damn, there's no way.
Well, when someone's apparently you can still pay a lot of money for a place there, and someone may be right out in front of your crib pooping in the street, so that's hard to deal with.
Oh, bro, they got things now. Like I stayed out in a really nice hotel out there in Venice, and Venice is bad right now.
I've heard. I've seen videos that make me not want to go. Like
there was a RV, smelled like straight meth, parked right in front, and the dude was telling us that there's nothing they can do to move him.
Right.
that they call the cops, and I guess they got this law where it becomes a dwelling.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like
the state has made it comfortable with laws to help the homeless situation. It doesn't. Help could be it's not helping them move on. It's kind of helping them stay where they're at.
Bro,
you know.
So on the Venice Beach, like they got this tight in the day. Like they got people selling art, they got people doing music. They got
similar to how it has been.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
At night,
I've seen videos. It looks like a war zone. Looks
bro,
crazy.
at night, tents everywhere.
Right.
Tents everywhere, and everybody
Bum fights,
just there
fighting over shit.
sharing needles, helping each other out, just in the open. Me and my lady riding bikes. You know what I'm saying? We just look and we're just like, whoa.
Even before COVID, or right at the beginning of COVID, my wife and I went to San Diego, and we loved it. The weather, the beaches, everything was nice. But a homeless couple like broke up like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like they, like I guess the fun time was over, and dude was literally like, "Bitch, get up out of here!" And like he gave her the blanket and told her to kick rocks. But they're having this very loud argument filled with bad language in front of everybody's children at like the playground at like the beach, so we go to Rocky Point now, Puerto Penasco. Like we as much as we love San Diego, unfortunately it's much nicer in the beaches of Mexico where they don't have a homeless problem, and they just don't tolerate it for the business. But San Diego was nice, but I feel bad as an American saying it, but Puerto Penasco is much nicer.
Yeah, I don't like that place.
You don't like that place?
The water's too hot.
The water's too hot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we go in the fall. It's a little better. We don't go during.
We just went like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
like a week or two ago. The water was hot, man.
It was too hot.
The pool was hot. Like jumping in the pool was like jumping in some soup.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like the pool to be a little refreshing.
Man, I thought the pool was gonna be colder. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, tell me something. You being a Mexican American, will you go to places in Mexico that I would not?
I mean, anywhere I go, I'll just go.
You just go.
Yeah.
Because I think I've seen you post from places maybe I wouldn't go. I don't know. That I have a friend who has a friend who has a place in Jamaica, and when he goes to all where the rest of the resort people don't go. He goes off the charts, and
I can't do resorts no more.
Right.
I can't smoke.
Right.
So I like to get Airbnbs, and usually some end up in the neighborhoods that you're not supposed to be in, but somehow we make friends.
Right.
Like where we go, South Central. We got an Airbnb in South Central. We went out there, and the Airbnb right in the heart. You know what I'm saying? Kids were the security.
Right. Okay.
Hey, place was nice.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
it was
somewhere where we weren't supposed to be for sure.
Right.
But it was it was good.
Okay.
Tacos fire, everything's better in those spots. Like the resort spots are just.
That's another issue. The tacos are always better where there's problems in the neighborhood.
Bro, you want to hear something crazy? There's no tacos in Puerto Rico.
No, I've never thought about that. I've been there once. Why is there no tacos in Puerto Rico?
I don't know. There's hardly any Mexican food. Like I had a fish taco. Yeah. Does that really count?
I don't know. You'd be more of an authority to answer that.
I mean, I would say no, but then again, like.
Unfortunately, my first experience with tacos was in elementary school from a lunch lady because my parents didn't make them at home. And so I was born on East Coast Mexican food, which is a very hard corn shell, some ground beef seasoned, some very yellow cheese with that's about it. They didn't even have like hot sauce available. It was just, but I love those kind of tacos.
Yeah.
But when me and my wife moved out here to Arizona and started eating authentic Mexican food, we realized that what we had been served our whole life was some bullshit.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's a different kind of food, I would say. Like it's like East Coast Mexican is like Taco Bell for the most part.
You'll find the same thing here. In Cali or in Mexico, just because it's that region, you know what I mean?
Is the Mexican food better in Cali or here? Or does it make
it just depends where you go.
Okay, I thought that would be.
You know what I mean? Because there's some fire ass places over here, and I've ate at some trash places out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's probably the same. Everywhere. Probably the same. Back to this hip hop shit. When did you get involved with your new management?
Just recently.
Right.
Just recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for other artists out there, you don't have to give any details as far as who you're working with or whatever. You can shout them out if you want to.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Scotty for sure.
What were some of the reasons that you, after having a bad experience, I think it'd be very valuable for other artists to know, like, what were some of the green flags you look for when you decided to work with Scotty? What were the good things that
he has a good resume?
Okay, that helps.
Like a really good resume.
A good resume helps.
You know what I mean? And he works.
Okay.
That dude does what he does.
Okay.
You know, and so does my old management too. It's just, you know, it was more of a personal bond when we got to it. And I'm not saying like I don't have nothing personal with Scotty, but you know what I'm saying. Me and Scotty understand.
It's basically business.
Business is business.
Right.
You know what I mean. We both.
And that makes it easier sometimes.
Yeah, that we both just need to do good business.
Right.
My old management, not good business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he's really, you know what I mean. He's really guys. You know, he does what he does. Really good.
Are you just mainly focused on dropping singles, or is there?
See, I was thinking about that.
Is there an overall project coming in the?
Well, I announced that I was gonna drop Body Music 5. Right. It's been what 3 years? Almost 4 years. The Body Music 4 dropped, and then I've been dropping singles and then Don Menudo, but I don't even know if I want to drop a album,
right,
or a project. I think I just want to do singles, but I don't know yet. We're still working on that. We're still getting all the tracks together, which ones we want.
Sure.
So,
sure. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you're working with Scotty. It must be easier having some kind of management, and if a good manager will start bringing some shows and money in the door, and that's always a wonderful thing.
Oh yeah, man, Scotty
reaching out to different people. I believe, in my mind, to me, you're one of the most authentic Arizona artists I've met because you breathe Arizona. To me, you're authentic to this area. While a lot of people come here from Chicago, the Midwest, a lot of places, and they bring their sound, or a lot of people are trying to be whatever the sound is out there today. I continually hear you be you over and over on tracks. And I think I still think what you bring to the table is missing in hip hop music right now.
Yeah, it's just too good, man.
You have a lot of strong ideas about masculinity, about gender roles, if you will.
Definitely, nothing wrong with everything else. It's what I like.
No,
what I believe in.
Well, I think your point of view, I think a lot of people would agree with, and I think it's a point of view that's not spoken about. We get kind of overwhelmed with one side of the story.
Nah, I gotta be careful. I got canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
But they brought me back. I'm good now.
They tried to cancel me as well, so hopefully we're beyond that at this point, Bruce. I don't know, but I'm not trying to get you in hot water. I'm just trying to say
cool, I told you I get in soup water. We can do whatever you want.
Soup water. I'm just trying to say that in hip hop, it's been a man's game, a man's sport. It takes a lot of guts to get out on that stage in front of a crowd and express yourself. And especially when you have differing opinions than sometimes what the majority opinion seems to be, so.
At this point, I don't even think it's opinions. I don't even think that matters. I think that's just an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's people trying to not be themselves. And they working so hard to not be themselves that they ridicule anybody that goes against it. And if you got some kind of influence, bro, like, that turns into a thing.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree with that. It turns into a thing. Well, we can skip over that. I don't want to get you canceled again.
Nah, it's cool, bro. I'm ready for everything. You can talk. We can talk whatever you want to talk about.
What is well, we spoke before, and I know your stance. But what are you taking to the studio with you? Bruce is going into the studio for an 8-hour slot.
Some water.
What? Just water?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's a good answer.
Or some weed.
Not 20 homies, not a case of Alizé or
I don't like doing that.
Douce.
I did that. I did all that when I was younger. Like I used to throw studio parties. Like when I would throw a song, have like 20 of the homies on the track that don't even rap. They just, what I'm saying? We were just having fun.
Right.
But then I just, I'm like, well, okay, I'm the only one spending money and time on this shit.
Right.
Like, you guys can't bother me. Like, I'll have my boy or something with me if I'm recording.
Right.
Like, if I'm doing something for me, like, I'll have like a homie or two just because, you figure out better things to rap about when you're talking with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
get that.
Like, certain parts of your brains trigger. So it's like, but I mean, either way, I don't. I just go with the water bottle, man. I'll do all that shit if I want later.
Why haven't we had, and I don't even like to count Big Pun because, again, he's Puerto Rican, and I really see a big difference between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, Mexican Americans. As you've noted, there's not even any tacos at Puerto Rico.
Yeah, no, hey, I got
is
a lot of close homies that are Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? But I understand the culture. The culture is completely different.
It is a bit different.
Yeah. Bro, I was talking to them in Spanish, right? Because I'm fluent in Spanish. So I was talking to them in
Puerto
Spanish.
Rican guys don't know Spanish.
Bro, no, their Spanish out there
they have a different dialect.
Completely. It's like Spain Spanish. So they were just fine. They're just finally like, bro, don't even talk, man. Just we speak English over here too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like the older folks don't really speak that good English, but they all speak English out there. So they're making me feel like I was in the dumb.
Why haven't we had? There's obviously a huge Mexican American community, especially in the Southwest. Do you think we haven't had a bigger Mexican American rapper?
I don't know, man. There's so many things like throughout the years. Like you could go and say, oh well, MC Magic ruined it for everybody.
Why would people say that? Just
because MC Magic's just his own thing. Like I respect everything MC Magic's done. Like he opened doors for everybody, whether he did something for somebody or not. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, he definitely, especially in Arizona, he is the name most people know.
Yeah, like he is Mexican Arizona. You know what I mean? Like, so, but he does have this stigma attached to him where it's like, lowrider rap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Like I remember being little and he's over there making tapes at the swap meet and shit.
Yeah.
For like all these females, you know what I mean? Like it was tight. It was cool seeing that, but that's not me. You know?
You definitely have a harder edge to your music than MC Magic. And is that what you mean by the stigma? Because the only thing to me about MC Magic is his music in hip hop might be deemed as I don't want to disparage anyone, but by some it might be deemed like a little soft.
I mean,
or poppy, maybe. I guess
you say like
you
Latin
say low rider
popping,
okay,
like low rider music, like a lot of like, and it's like I respect all kinds of music, I just like a certain kind, that I do, but in the 90s was when a lot of Mexican artists started really, really coming out, the Little Robs and the everybody, and back then that's just what it was. Every Mexican was like that, but things have been a lot more mixed. You know what I mean? You see a lot more Mexicans kicking in with a lot more black people and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's like the music sounds different. You know what I mean? So
right.
It's kind of like I get still. And it's weird, right? It's weird for me. Like there's a lot of variables with me that make me stand out a little bit different. But when you hear I'm Mexican, you automatically think I'm rapping like. Well, I mean, probably not now, but like when I was coming up, they were thinking I was like Mr. Capone or Night Owl or shit like that. Coming up now, like I said, I think it was around 2017, 2016 when I noticed. Like a lot of Mexicans started sounding different, So
is that when someone says Mexican rap, is that kind of still unfortunately who we think about, like Capone and
mainstream? You would.
I'm old school, so I remember Kid Frost and Be Real.
But see, that's Cali.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Cali, I grew up to Be Real, Kid Frost, like all of them, but. That wasn't, in Arizona.
Right.
Like Arizona, we don't tend to think outside the state. You know what I'm saying? Like still like that. Like game ain't changed.
Right.
So you're always fighting about the same shit. So you're like, oh, okay, well over here our competition's MC Magic, or whoever they think, but that comes with a sound that I don't fit in.
Right. Sure.
That's my struggles with that.
Right. And we've spoken about this, not me and you, but in general on Facebook, we've spoken about, is it harder for a street or a hard rapper to kind of get over these days because
these days for sure.
Yeah, it's not the same, right?
It's not. A lot of it's like everything's like been reversed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Everything, right?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. I get that. And
there's no morals. Nobody stands on nothing.
Right.
Like I get everybody got to be for themselves, but like that brings a certain behavior to it. You know what I mean? And it's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you as far as your music, do you think it would take do you think the Mexican community can promote and prop up an artist on their own, or is it going to take a Mexican American artist to combine
it definitely needs to be a network.
the different communities?
Yeah, it definitely needs to be a network.
Because I feel like maybe that's why we haven't had a bigger Mexican American artist, is because, to be honest, Capone and again the guys you mentioned, like I don't know if they got outside of Latin culture. Does that make sense? I don't know if
I don't even think it's Latin culture.
I don't know if little white kids in the Midwest were rocking Capone. Maybe they were.
I feel it's more Cholo culture.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Explain
saying?
the difference to me then. Cholo culture as opposed to Latin culture.
Well, Latin culture is the actual. Well, I don't really even like saying Latin because you know what I'm saying. There's certain Latins
connotations
that have different cultures.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I've heard people say that it's Latin is not necessarily correct, and of course,
well, I mean, somebody from Venezuela isn't going to think the same as somebody in Colombia or
people
somebody
from Spain think very differently.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
think that's just
lumping people together that necessarily don't coincide.
Like,
gotcha.
It's cool, but
that's probably some white people business.
But, everything is. You know.
But how do we get the white kids in the Midwest to enjoy Chicano culture? Is that a better word?
That's the thing. The younger culture ain't gonna embrace that. That's just what I see. Because I'm super. You know what I mean? My music, I'm super cholo.
I envision you as a superhero of that nature.
Nah, I wouldn't say superhero.
Not a superhero for the red, white, and green.
I
think you're a superhero for Mexican American culture. I think you are.
I try.
I think you stand on your beliefs, and your beliefs align with classic Mexican American thoughts. I mean, it's not, it's okay.
Well, I'm first generation.
It's okay to say a man should love a woman and a woman should love a man. I think that's all right to say.
I mean, dude. Oh, man.
Let a man be a man.
Well, let everybody love whoever the fuck they want to love, man.
Right.
Just leave me alone.
Right.
Just leave me alone.
Let everybody. The key is let everybody love.
Yeah, and I just feel at this point that they're just bullying us now.
It seems that way.
Yeah, like, hey man, chill out.
They've taken the whole rainbow, and now they've taken at least 6 or 7 letters.
Be like, hey, dude,
they've got to be stopped, or else they're going to have all the colors and all the letters. What
only those people on TV and in the media is the ones that don't really, really out loud saying all that shit. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, man, just just
love who you want to love.
Don't make me feel like I'm a fucking homophobe or some shit like that just because I believe in what I believe in, and it's not even what I believe in, bro. Like,
I'm a very progressive guy. I just don't believe that men should be involved in women's sports.
That's bad.
I don't believe that.
I don't even think women think that either.
I don't know. They don't. Well, they're figuring it out now. It's kind of backfired on them because they were all down for this movement until now. They can't get any awards anymore because a bunch of dudes are running around swimming with them and stuff. But I don't want to piss anybody off. I believe in everybody loving everybody. My only thing is I don't believe men should be interacting in women's sports. And I don't like anybody telling me who I must love, or I've never liked that, and I don't like it now. They'll go as far to tell you must accept a trans woman as a woman. He can be whatever they want to be. I don't have to be attracted to them. That's my only point. I want the freedom to be attracted to who and what I'm attracted to.
I just don't like being bullied.
I don't like being bullied.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm being bullied. Like now I gotta watch what I say and this and that. Like. I had a situation with, somebody on Facebook about some nasty stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I was like...
Facebook is a perfect place to find that kind of situation.
Right, and this is what got me canceled, right? Because I was just like, bro, like, that's unacceptable. Like, you act way too hardcore, you know what I'm saying, to be doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you like it, just, keep it on the wraps, dog, because you're in this circle, where we don't do that. And you want to be, you're in this circle secretly trying to be here. As soon as I say something,
and that's the problem. If we could just exist in this right
just
circle,
be yourself
and be yourself,
like
right.
be yourself.
Right,
like
right.
if that's not who you are, then just don't do it.
Right.
Like okay, you can
And
still kick it.
I firmly agree with that. I have never been involved in gang culture. I don't play around with it. I don't
even think there's gang culture. That's just men.
Well, no,
boys.
No, my point was what I'm saying is like I've realized that that's not me, and I've stayed out of that circle.
Oh, word,
that's
yeah.
not my circle. You understand?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you get embraced by people that are in it.
I do. I want to start my own gang for the cowards, and we'll
no. See, that's what's going on.
We'll have a yellow rag.
No, you can't. You just
can have a yellow rag, and everybody will know that I'm a civilian. I'm a coward.
Not you.
I'm not involved.
No, because that's ruining the game.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that going on right now.
That's kind of a joke. I'm just joking about the yellow rag.
So.
No.
I was gonna say let's get out of here.
No. No, the yellow rag would be to just let everybody know I'm not involved. I'm not on either side, and I'm gonna go home. See y'all later. But I'm getting older. I'm too old to play around with those things, and I think I come from the East Coast, so we didn't necessarily understand gangs at first. And but yet, while we didn't understand it, I was riding around with 10 of my friends, going to places every weekend, fighting at fast food restaurants regularly. No. So we were, even though we weren't doing it.
Sounds like Jack in the Box.
We weren't organized. It was McDonald's in Richmond. And Hardee's. We were in Hardee's only because it was the closest fast food place to the high school. So we'd go there, and that's where the fight would happen. The real fights and stuff would happen on the downtown at the McDonald's on Broad Street. But I don't even know do people even fight at fast food places anymore. I mean, we used to do it every weekend, sometimes during the weekdays. Fighting at a fast food restaurant.
In Mesa, growing up, there was a big party scene.
Yeah, at the Jack in the Box.
Just that's where we go after the party got crashed.
Sure. The meetup, right?
While we were waiting for the other spot.
Right. I got you. The good old days.
It's not like how it used to be, man.
Did you ever tell me who originally turned you on to hip hop? Because growing up in your household, I'm sure it wasn't your mom or your dad. One
of my sisters listened to a lot of Chicano rap.
Okay.
Another one of my sisters, she listened to rock and shit.
Okay. That's why to me sometimes Mexican Americans can be kind of like white folks. Like,
are you kidding me? My dad,
they enjoy some of the things that white folks enjoy, and they enjoy some of the things black folks enjoy. They're kind of in the middle.
My dad listens to Peter Frampton, AC/DC.
Okay, he goes back. Classic rock, like my brother. That's what my brother listens to.
That's the kind of shit that I would be hearing growing up.
Okay.
So I didn't really start listening to rap till I found out about Bone Thugs and Cypress Hill.
Right.
And trying to think. Because I didn't like Chicano rap.
Right.
I didn't like that. So you know what I mean? Nobody listened to that but my sister in the house.
Right.
And I had an older brother, but I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He's probably running around doing some weird shit too.
He was doing some shit you were too young to be involved with, obviously.
I guess, man. You know what I mean? I guess. Shout out to my brother, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just I think I was 13, 14 when I discovered rap. Because I was a loner growing up, bro.
Okay.
I
get that.
You know, being a first, and this maybe just
you
for
had
me.
so much family. What caused you to be a loner? Because you had sisters, brothers.
It was more of they were always doing their own thing. I think, the oldest sibling I got we're 5 years apart. Okay. So my other sisters are older.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they're at a different time of life. Than
I had a lot of time to myself.
Right. Okay.
But, and this is just speaking on me, I'm first generation Mexican here.
Right.
I didn't understand the culture. I didn't understand, shit that was going on. So I didn't really fit in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I was just and then that too, I was always getting in trouble, fighting a lot. I was suspended into school suspension. Then they kept me away from everybody. I started playing the cello for 9 years. That's how weird I was.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah.
But a love for music early.
I guess.
Playing the cello.
I just wanted to get out of class.
Is that the thing with the strings?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So playing the cello got you out of class.
Well, because I wanted to be in band.
Right.
Because all my homies were in band.
Okay.
But my mom My mom, you know what I
But
mean?
the cello, that's like string band. That's not
Yeah.
the same as like band.
Well,
band,
because everything got filled up. My mom was too late on getting
okay.
me on because she didn't really care like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but
So you hauled the cello to school. You leave it at school, or you brought it back
man,
and
I
forth?
had a fucking backpack case full.
Come home
that
to-
shit.
come
I'd be
home to
crossing
practice the
fucking
cello,
Main
huh?
Street all the fucking time on the foot.
Kid K, bring out that cello from the back. Can you still play? We got a
maybe.
cello here tonight. Can you still
Maybe.
play? No, I'm just fucking with you. We don't
Yeah,
have a
give it
cello.
to me. I got one song.
Now that I know, the next time I talk to you, we'll definitely have a cello. You say you got one song?
well, I was really good at it.
Okay.
Like I would be there. Like there's this thing called like first chair.
Right. I'm familiar. You were first chair?
I was first chair and everything.
That's incredible.
Because at first it started as I was the only cello player. That's why they were like, "Nah, well, band's full.
Okay.
We got orchestra." I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. I was in fucking what, 3rd, 4th grade.
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
early. I wasn't even playing the regulator at that time.
Yeah,
the,
so
the
I
the
just-
fake flute.
I just wanted to get out of
Yeah.
class, and no, it's probably 5th grade.
Yeah.
5th
Okay.
grade, probably, because 4th. Yeah, I don't know, 4th or 5th. And I was just wanting to get out of class, and they stuck me there, and I don't know, helped me. I had really bad ADHD when I was like young.
Apparently you
I don't
enjoyed
believe
it
in that
though. You
shit.
became good at it, so you
Yeah.
enjoyed music class.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really good at trying things.
Okay. Sticking to it though.
Yeah.
For us people that have a bit of ADD,
Well, once I
ADHD,
like it, I'll stick to it.
you focus on
Yeah,
things.
if I
once
don't
you
like
stick
it,
to Yeah.
I won't do it. I try to do a lot of things. I try to be a stereo installer. I try to be a
Okay.
fucking
Honorable work.
bro. I mean, I got an AC company right now
Okay.
in the studio, so it's like, you know, that's where I ended up.
A AC company is good business to be in Arizona, right?
I grew up around that shit. so.
Okay. Yeah. HVAC. Yeah.
So you know, I don't know. I didn't really like anything. Well, I was doing a lot of crazy shit back then. You know,
hip hop, pussy, and money is still good.
I just
though. You
wanted
still
to be
do
El
all this.
Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Growing
Right.
up,
Right.
That-
Right. Okay.
That's what I wanted to be. So
Right.
I didn't care about anything else really.
When you were that age and you were looking to either be a great rapper or El Chapo, which one seemed more a feat? Which one seemed closer to you? Which
El
one seemed?
Chapo?
Yeah, El Chapo,
What
right?
are you talking about, man?
You saw that path. You kind of know that path.
I like
if I just
that
do
path.
this, and that, I could end up one
But
day.
it just I guess it just I don't know, helped me with my music.
Yeah,
You
gives
know,
you some
just
stuff.
being-
Gives
gives
you some
me-
stuff to talk about,
Yeah,
right?
you know what I mean? A lot of experiences came from that shit, a lot of tragedies, a lot of
Yeah.
good shit, a lot of, you know what I mean? Because like, I gave up my face to the game, you know what I mean? Like I got
Right.
metal plates in my face.
Okay.
So,
Is that from fighting, being shot? What
Some-
is that
some
from?
crazy shit.
Okay, crazy shit.
But-
Crazy shit.
but you know what I mean? So like, I didn't want anything else, but then, you know what I mean? And I just got tired of it, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, shit, this ain't gonna get me nowhere either, rap or this shit. So I was
Lately,
like,
you look like you've been having fun and traveling. You've posted a lot of great pics
that's
on
because I
social
got my
media.
case dismissed. I've never been like not on probation or something.
Right.
Like never.
So this is your free and clear for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm just like,
Well, let's keep it that way.
I can leave now. Like I used to leave, I just wouldn't
Right.
tell nobody.
Right, because you weren't
Because it was
supposed
just
to be.
it was just the weekend. You know, I'd be
Got
back
it.
by Monday.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
Like,
Understood.
everything was cool. But as soon as I started leaving Cali, like I wouldn't even go to Mexico. You know, because I was always worried they weren't gonna let me back in.
Right.
You know.
Right. They run the numbers or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously, I guess it's not true, but no, I just never. You know what I mean? I just never really left anywhere.
Is there, and this may, pardon me if this is the least bit racial question, is there some fear that you have to prove your Americanship extra when you're coming back? Is that a fear for you?
Nah, it's not that bad coming back.
He clearly has a fear about it. Yeah, I mean, because to be honest, I'm an American white man. I'm privileged. When we came back for Rocky Point, the border guard didn't even notice that my two kids were in the back seat.
Oh no,
We
bro.
handed him 3 passports, and he said, "What's the third one for?" And we said, "There's people in the back seat." He hadn't even noticed them.
Yeah.
So to me, they don't. It's like they don't care. They don't give a shit that much. But it may be how me and my wife look. They may treat you differently. I was just wondering.
Man, I
about
pulled
that.
up with all my windows rolled down.
Right, clear. Yeah, right. Trunk ready to pop open. Whatever
Yeah,
you need.
man.
Whatever you need, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
scared to go to Mexico.
I want the least problems I can have. Like the least. I value my time.
In
so
your opinion, we went down in the town of Rocky Point to eat dinner on the water, and we had a great time. At the same time, I had the thought that with my young son and wife, I wouldn't want to hang around all night.
No, it's different at night for
sure. Now I had the thought if it was me and some of my guy friends, I'd probably be down to do it. But with me and feeling the need to protect my wife and child, I'm no superhero and I don't carry guns. So it seems like a lot of work I didn't want to deal with. Now I'm asking you, in your opinion, if I'm not, of course, if I'm being on my best behavior, if I'm being a good guy, I'm just drinking Rocky Point in town at night. Am I gonna have any issues?
No, not in Rocky Point.
Okay.
I mean,
because they're very set up for tourists.
I mean, you probably have more of a chance of getting into with another white guy,
right?
You know what I mean, than somebody there
trying to prove who's down.
Yeah, probably,
you know how white guys get when we're outside of our culture. We're always trying to prove who's. Yeah,
you just gotta just know who. You just gotta. If you see somebody and you're like, oh, this person might be somebody, just stay away from there.
Yeah. Generally, I don't have any problems because I follow the rules that I was taught, not in my home, but by friends. That number one, I mind my business. Number two, I mind my business. And number three, I stay away from stuff that's not my business. And it keeps me out of a lot of trouble, you know, that in itself. And I keep my eyes on the door, and I always know where the exit is and all that kind of good stuff. Getting to this music, we're under new management. It's a new year. It's a new time. Do you have any artists or producers that you've got your eye on working with in this new situation?
Not really. Not like off the top of my head. I got a lot of people that I haven't worked with on these tracks. Yeah. I wouldn't say project, right? But I say on this new music.
Yeah.
And been working with a producer named Epic.
Okay.
He actually produced some shit from Domino.
Okay.
And I was just like, bro, like, you know, I mean, I have a bunch of other people, but this guy Epic is just who I've been working with. So
okay.
But I mean, not really. I say to myself most of the time.
Right, as always, as you always have, a bit of a loner. It's interesting.
Well, I mean, I got my peoples now.
No, yeah. No. Well, I think that, and maybe not. Maybe I'm just projecting this on you. But I had a brother and a sister that were 12 and 14 years older than me. So even though I had a brother and sister, I was kind of raised as an only child because they were outside of the house.
Yeah.
And I would say that being that way during those early years has kind of marked me for life. I love hanging around with people. I love shooting the shit and talking. That's what this show is about. But I also like being to myself some too.
When it's time to go, it's time to go, man.
Yeah.
Now I don't even like being anywhere. You won't find me nowhere.
Right.
You might find me in the casino.
Right.
Or, you know.
What do you like to play in the casino? What's your favorite game?
Blackjack.
Blackjack. Best eyes, right?
I mean, yeah. I'm good with numbers, man.
Real cards.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'll start off on the machine.
Yeah. Just to get warmed up a little bit.
Because you can't do $3 bets on the table, right? So I just get my feel for it. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll go, you know, and start doing it.
Okay. Sounds like you got a plan of attack at the casino.
Nah, let's just have fun, man.
Okay. I usually have fun. I lose money for about an hour, then I go smoke some weed and do something else to have fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, I just think of it like this, man. You remember, dude, we'd be in the club spending a ridiculous amount of money.
A lot of money to be in the club.
One night.
Yeah.
Do it all weekend. I'll go lose $200 at the casino or win it back. You know what I mean? But I mean, I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm not big, like, I don't got a gambling problem. I just like to play. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose.
I like to as well. My father was a much bigger gambler than me. He always said to win at gambling, you have to pretend that the money doesn't mean anything. And I have a hard time with that. Because when I start, like if I get $200 up, I think, man, I'm gonna go get me a half ounce. I start thinking about, I start thinking about how to spend the money too early. I should still be focused on the game, but I'm already spending the money in my head.
About me and my lady be fighting with each other all the time. Take the money out. Take the money out. She be like, no, you take the money out. No, you take the money.
Yeah.
All the time, man.
You seem like you have a nice lady in your life. How important is that to life in general, especially?
I'm gonna tell you what, it's really important, bro.
Yeah.
Really important. Yeah. Like, yeah, we won't get super deep into that.
Yeah.
But I feel, you know, as a man, you won't evolve or do tight shit if you don't got somebody that's tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. That's profound. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like if they don't make you want to be tight, then
You end up too loose.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah. And
Start
things
doing-
can get loose.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I just
things-
got previous experience.
yeah. Okay.
I wasn't the best person.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Well, you're honest, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
So-
Your honesty.
But it's just, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, I don't know. You know, it's like, okay, I felt like I was doing a lot, but I wasn't going nowhere. And now, when you get somebody that's tight, then you see different, you do different shit.
Yeah.
Done different shit.
Definitely women in your life, and especially my wife, can show you different parts of life that maybe you haven't looked at that hard. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. I saw you express online, you know, I don't know. It's just a lot of times you seem like you were a bit frustrated with who gets mentioned or who gets talked about or who gets put on the list in Arizona hip hop.
Yeah.
What do you think the issue with that is?
The issue with that is there's a I would say what's the word? So everybody's watching right now. So
Bias, favoritism.
Gotta find. I guess you know what I'm saying. There's just a certain agenda. Not necessarily an agenda, but I mean just a certain, you know, we're gonna let these people and not these people because we don't really talk to these people or mess with these people. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, the music should override politics, bias.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
And I agree with you, it doesn't.
I mean, like I said, bro, like all my videos together from 2020 hit, in just 2020, hit 1 million plus together.
And that wasn't talked about enough. I'll be honest with you, by me or anybody else. Why? How are people not recognizing Bruce and what Bruce has got going on?
Maybe because I got a bad reputation, or maybe I just rub them the wrong way. Maybe I'm too arrogant or too cocky or not inviting. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, well, I don't know you guys. You guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Some people call that playing the game, and I've been accused of, not playing the game well enough, not,
I don't
shaking
know, man.
hands, kissing babies, or whatever you're supposed to do,
I don't know. It's just a bunch of people that got some pull out of nowhere.
Do you think? Who do you think has real pull in the Arizona music scene?
I mean,
a lot of people.
Well, Justice for one.
Sure.
You know what I'm
Sure,
saying? Let's give
sure.
the man. I've worked with him. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it since I started rapping, and I've been rapping 10 plus.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, dude.
He was active the whole time.
Dude can do what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's gonna know him, whether you like him, you don't like him, you think he's real, you think he's fake, you think he's fair or not fair or whatever it is. Number one. I'm just gonna put that out there. John Blaze.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing big things.
Yeah, John Blaze, Poker Face, DJ Marvel, and just, you know what I mean, just the people that really had really had a hand, just not making music, but really had a hand in what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like nobody's listening anymore. Because everybody's, there's. I feel like there's a real big culture of hating.
Mm-hmm. Definitely that.
Like, like how you were saying earlier, like a gang of cowards.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, whoever goes against it, people see, oh, well, we think this is tight, and we don't want to be on the bad side, so we're gonna go with it even if we don't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit right there gets messy.
Yeah. I think everybody is waiting on a savior, and I think it's it's up to everybody to save themselves, kind of.
I mean, just do what you do, man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Cali, people recognize me from Arizona. Like, I'm not. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying from what I see and what people tell me out there. Like, they think Arizona, they think me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I've been out there mixing and mingling,
Right.
shooting videos out there. I got real cool relationships with people out there, and like cool, good people, like my boy Icon. Big in the Mexican scene out there.
Okay.
And he knows a lot of other races because he does a lot of videos for them. Like he shot a lot of my videos. Every time I go to Cali, he shot Money Conversations.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
So
that's the one with the the girl.
The bull.
Yeah.
Throwing money everywhere.
Yeah.
That was fake money, bro.
Yeah. That's okay. It's always Hollywood.
I know it's Hollywood.
Ruben Boogie came on the show and told me his whole episode. He was on one of these TV shows where they argue about the relationship. He said, "Yeah, I wrote half of that. The whole show is bullshit."
See, but I'll tell you one thing: I will never do that again. And that was just because it was the vibe of the video. You know what I mean? I guess it was, you know, the homie. You know, they just tried to do some weird shit. I just didn't like it because in the real world, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's looking.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, Bruce got this money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't.
Is that why you were quick to tell everybody the money was fake?
You're the first person I ever told. Well, I think everybody listening right now.
Yeah, I think in these days and times, if you're at all familiar with the industry, you would assume that it's prop money most of the time.
Well, a lot of it's not.
A lot of it's not. Some guys are really doing things and with real money. Yeah, but again, that's becoming problematic more and more. Especially if you're just being an entertainer, that's one thing. But if you're still stuck in the street and entertaining, and you're mixing those worlds, and you're bringing guns and money into your video, then that's a problem because more and more of those videos are being used to circle back on rappers.
And I'll tell you what,
and lock them up.
I'll tell you what, they do that out here too.
Yeah. Like, I don't have a doubt about it.
I'll tell you, just involving my situation.
Every police department is watching social media to get all the helps and
it's different for me in Mesa because it's not everybody's doing it like I am in Mesa.
No, definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? So I've and not even that. You know what I mean? Like, coming up, I really try to make a presence for myself, and got a bad reputation with the blues, the blue boys.
Yeah.
So like, I can't be doing shit like that. I can't be putting guns in videos. I can't really be putting money up. Like, it's bad enough I got all the gold on,
Right.
But but.
Well, you with the tats and the gold, you represent a certain way. Does that bring problems with the blues as well, or is it strictly
man, I can't go nowhere.
Right,
if there's an event and gang units there, they're like, "What's up, bros?"
Right.
You know what I mean? I got a video of me 2 minutes walking up to a place. People are getting hemmed up.
Yeah,
I'm just there videotaping because I want to be one of those people that videotape the cops because I don't got nothing on me no more. So I'm. And you just, is that Bruce? Bruce, hey, we love your music, man. Like,
that's a bit weird.
It's weird. Me and my lady and my daughter were walking up, and that's the first thing they do. Like, in the video, I'll show you later. Like, like not even 5 seconds into it of me actually being on the scene that they're over there doing that shit like that. That just shows me that one wrong move. Which I'm not doing nothing, right? But one wrong move, and no matter what it is, I'm gonna get flagged.
They've got their eye on you, and you know that. So it's tough making moves in that world like that. But I hope you're focused on the music, and so
I'm just focused on living a better life.
Okay,
music's just there.
Right.
Like, I've been doing it for a long time. I see it going somewhere, just not here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, I'm just like, well, I'm running a studio. Could do music whenever the fuck I want. But I'm focused on just making a better life for myself, just because that other shit got old.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, good. I don't know what else. Is there anything you'd like to speak about that we haven't spoken about? Is there anything you can think of?
Yeah, everybody out there, watch your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? I got a list. And I'm 2 down.
You 2 down?
I'm just playing, dude. I'm just kidding, everybody. Fuck with me, dude. Studio 8. You know?
Studio 8 in Mesa.
I'm really not that kind of guy.
Can you actually make menudo?
I can't. I can't even cook, bro. I don't cook.
You don't?
I don't cook.
So you're a traditional man. Your lady cooks.
Best cook in the world.
Right.
Best cook in the world.
That's incredible. I appreciate your old school isms. I hate to disappoint you, but I do the majority of cooking in my house. You do too? Oh well, you can't feel that bad.
I can't do shit, bro. I don't know how to do, and I don't know how.
It's good as long as you can keep a lady around. It's good. That's a good excuse. My father God rest his soul, passed at 81 years old. Didn't know how to operate the washing machine when he passed.
I mean, that's probably gonna be me.
He never had to wash clothes. His wife
me.
had always done it for him. So.
Sure, I'm sure. It's gonna be me.
Classic American life,
man. It's an even exchange of power. You know what I mean? The stuff she ain't supposed to do as a woman, I take care of.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And, you know, with smile.
Exactly. We had a bump in the night one time when I was first with my wife, and I immediately rolled out of bed and ran into the living room to see what it was. She immediately hid under the covers, so we knew at that point, you know, she appreciates that part of me being a man, that I still roll out of bed and go see what's up. You know, I'm not gonna hide under the covers with her. I'm the type I'm ready to go see what the action's about.
I'll be sleepwalking. I'll be sleepwalking over there. It's programmed in your brain, man.
Yeah. What is I already asked that question. What's the next move for you other than traveling, enjoying life, making great social medias, traveling? Now that you're traveling, you're working on singles, you got producers, you got your own studio. What do we have to do for these little Midwestern white kids to jump up and down to Bruce?
Just subscribe, man. Menudo Kingpin, everything.
Like, follow, and share. Menudo Kingpin everywhere. Okay.
That's it. Oh, and then on top of that, I just got hooked up with Empire Distributing.
Good.
I mean, no, I already had distribution with Empire, but now I could put you on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's a big up for all your artists out there. There are some Arizona artists that are connected with Empire Distribution. So if you want to know, see a path, maybe get checked out by somebody to see if you can make the grade, holler at Bruce. He's a connect now. He can let you know. And shout out to everybody that's involved with Empire Distribution. Between them and Sony Red Orchard and the other one's Universal. There's a lot of distribution places out there now where people are getting their music out.
It just looks better.
Yeah,
like you don't need that. You can go CD Baby, TuneCore,
sure.
You know,
DistroKid. There's all of
just the same shit. It's just when you click on that YouTube and you're looking at the more info and it says distributed by. You know,
it's a better look.
It
looks more official,
and it's the real deal too.
Right.
You know.
So you've had a good relationship working with them?
I mean, I'm just opening that venture up right now.
Okay, it's just starting. Okay, all right.
Ask me this next time.
Okay,
I'm sure I got much of things for you next time.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can't wait to talk. And you know, it's always a pleasure sitting down talking with Bruce. The Menudo Kingpin, Mesa Made, representing Mesa all day long. One more time, the name of the studio.
Studio 8.
Studio 8.
By Mesa Made Records.
By Mesa Made Records. So a person could come to you and get their project made and can talk to you about
podcast room too.
Podcast room. They can talk to you about Empire Distribution and all those kind of things. So please tap in with Studio 8, Mesa Made, the Menudo Kingpin, the one and only Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give my hand a round of applause. Thank you again for coming to sit down. I appreciate it. I look forward to more music from you. Please, if we could I'll give you my email. If when you get your music going, send it on over. We're firing the Flower Show back up. And I've got a lot of gigs coming up where if there's definitely artists in Arizona, I'd like to promote. You are one of them because I feel like you are ready for the challenge and have something different to offer the hip-hop community.
Oh, man, don't give me too much.
Well, I think you do, and I would love to see you get to another level. Shout to Manfly, whose name I almost forgot. Shout to LRTK, Ash Show Productions, all my homies that reside in Big Up Mesa.
For a minute.
Yeah. Have y'all ever?
Hey, Man Boy's tight too.
He is.
Man Boy's tight. I fuck with Man Boy. He jumped over the balcony one time. Well, not balcony, but the bench. You know, where there was little tables. Just show some love and take a picture with your boy.
That's what's up. That's love.
I got mad love for them.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah. LRTK's got a brand new song called "Huh." We'll be playing that soon, if not tonight, soon enough. After I leave here, I'm heading over to the Devin the Dude show out in Mesa, way out in Mesa. Did you know Devin the Dude's gonna be at Maya's tonight?
Yeah, I don't fuck with Maya's.
You don't fuck with Maya's?
Fuck Maya's.
Yeah, I really don't fuck with them either, but I was going to see the show. Is it that serious? You just want to go?
I won't ever set foot in there. Ever.
Yeah?
Ever. And I've done a lot of stuff there.
Should I be worried about going there? Why don't you?
You should definitely be worried.
Maybe I'll just be going home to smoke. Why?
Man.
At least station right there.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
even that, man. Somebody's getting beat up. Somebody's getting shot.
Shots and
Somebody getting stabbed. You name it, bro.
There has been, yeah.
There's a rag.
Before we go, there has been some shootings and some problems lately involving hip hop.
Hey, this is why I don't. I have him and a few other people on recording trying to blame a shooting on me.
That makes it difficult.
So I don't fuck with that place,
Yeah, I
man.
got
I don't
you.
fuck with the owner like Moose. Even though you try to tell me it's all good, it's really not.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't.
Okay.
I already know what I know.
All right. All right. Well, there you go. Swerve might be finding new plans. If anybody has anything going on, let
But
me
I mean,
know.
hey, bro, you stick to the rules.
I really like Devin the dude, and but yeah, you know, it's tough. Like, when you have a bad experience like that, it's hard to get over it. It's hard to get over it,
Yeah.
especially when it's that personal.
Yeah.
I had a show booked there, and he double booked us. So we had like a Chicano birthday party and a hip hop show in the same night. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, it's
so
never is.
yeah. So
That's
you
in the
know.
neighborhood, bro. That's my neighborhood right there.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
playing with me.
Well, goddamn, I'm sorry he fucked with you because I really.
Hey, man, me too, because I thought we were solid, man. I thought I had a really good relationship with them.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? One of my boys hit me up like, hey, man, I got something to show you.
Damn.
And I was like, ooh.
Damn. Well, I'll have to figure somewhere else to go smoke my weed after we leave here. All right. It's been a good talk. Thank you again for coming in. Be on the lookout for all these new singles under new management, new plans, but just living life. I like that perspective. The music comes, it goes, but you're just living life, trying to be a better you.
Find yourself, homie.
Get you a woman that can cook. Hey, we out of here. It's been The Mission with Bruce. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys.